Oh man, it's a beautiful day. Not just a beautiful day, but a beautiful day.
It is a beautiful day, especially here in Tennessee, to work inside the carriage house. And today we're on the last leg of making and finishing and installing your own hardwood flooring. And today we're going to show you how to sand, polyurethane, and you're all done. So we'll get to it.
How's your back feeling?
Back's a little sore, Jay. I had some Advil last night.
I didn't take any, I should.
Okay, guys, if you've actually come this far with me of making your own hardwood flooring and installing your own hardwood flooring, I know for a fact that you're going to try to sand your own flooring because that's just the guys we are. And honestly, we're going to have to use a couple of multitudes of machines here. And for our hardwood flooring, we actually really needed to cut it because we needed to make sure that everything was smooth. So really what we did is we rented, this is a hardwood flooring sander, and it's really nothing more than a drum sander. And it actually really cuts a smooth surface across the top of your line. As you go along, we started here with 36 grit paper, 60. Now we're gonna be on 100. The other thing you're gonna need if you use this machine is this ridiculous, gigantic sander. And don't let anybody fool you. This thing has got some power to it. And what this is, it's a power edger, and it'll actually edge anywhere where the sander can't get. You need to get both of these. Honestly, guys, they rent this stuff everywhere. I think even Home Depot has it. My little rental yard had 4 of them. So honestly, for 148 bucks for the weekend, great buy.
How much in Advil did you spend though?
148 bucks too. Big chunk. Yeah, don't let it fool you.
This little beast is serious though.
It is.
I'm telling you.
If you've gotten through the install process on here, the sand process, it's going to hurt a little different portion of your back. So we'll go from there. I'll show you how the machines work and how you actually do it. And then we're going to put a big final vibrating sander across this. And we'll show you about that when we get to that point.
No pain, no gain.
No pain, no gain.
These things.
Guys, so when you're actually start to do your sanding, now Jason and I have already cut the first pass across this floor. So our seams are already cut pretty level. But here, look, I have a little one right here because we have more sanding we're gonna do. So the trick to actually getting your floor flat, and I don't care if this is an old floor or a new floor, on your first, maybe second cuts, what you want to do is you do not want to go perfectly parallel with your boards. It'll hit your seams and start making cuts in your floor. So what you want to do is you want to start on a slight angle and go across the room, across the boards in this direction. And as I change pads, I'm actually slowly going to bring my passes back to straight, and then we will finish and cut straight lines at the last pass and then sand with our other machine. Now this thing is actually pretty easy to use if you've ever used any sort of sander before. The only issue is that you're actually picking it up and you're guiding where the sand is going to be, and the machine is going to want to pull forward. So really you're actually picking up and you're holding it back, and we're really going to just make one short pass going across. Now I know I'm not sanding back here. The paths are going to come around and we're going to turn, we're going to finish this, then we're going to go in the absolute opposite direction. So we're going to cut our floors into basically triangles and then work our way back straight. So, not real loud, doesn't that, so you don't have to worry about getting you're basically trying to keep the machine at a certain speed all the time. So it doesn't look like it, but I'm actually holding this machine back. We lost power. We lost power, guys.
Well, it is a beastly machine.
What's up?
Did you want to come unplugged?
Hang on. Woo! Okay, guys, power's back on. Now, I know I'm in the middle of a pass, but we're gonna make multitudes of sanding on here again. So really, just get your machine to go. I'm gonna actually then just turn around. And there's actually a little mark on this machine right here, which should be your guideline, where you can see where I've actually cut the floor right here. So you run that there so that the actual sander is gonna take both sides. Now before we're finished, this end grain here that you're seeing that we're cutting sideways is all gonna be cut into this direction and will be gone. So we have saw blade marks in ours, so we're not really worried about being ridiculous. But if you guys want it smooth, you just keep sanding. And really, that's it. You're gonna just go back and forth and back and don't miss a spot. And once you get the hang of it, it's gonna drive itself. So really, that's it. We are just smoothing out our floor. You just tilt it back and things off. But you can actually see, I can see in this floor where we just cut. So as we come along with our passes and go in each direction, everything's gonna work itself right back out. And you see, saw blade marks. Still visible. That's because how we left them.
I like that.
I do like that, Jay. Here's another set. I'm not going to sand those out, but you'll see as we go, all of this is going to get cut out. We're still using pretty rough paper, and then we're going to straighten out our lines. That's the end. As we go, change your angles, get it down, everything will be passed. And that's how you do the drum sander.
Very cool. I didn't know about that line up front.
It did use
That's
a line.
great. I like that.
All right, beautiful.
All right, since I was on my knees doing the install, we got poor Jay running the edger here.
I spent all day yesterday on my knees, man.
You
Luckily
did.
I
There
got
you
these
go.
robust pads.
Sunday morning for the people.
That's all right. That's all right.
Okay, so this machine here, tilt them back, show
Tilt
them
them
the
back.
blades that you have. These are pretty cheap, these discs that you put on here. Now it's really just a giant orbital sander. Now he's gonna show you how we do the edging, and in areas that we can't get the big sander in, and it's actually got wheels in the back.
Well, that's...
Everything holds itself perfectly level, so you can actually feel the floor as you're actually cutting it. You're not just arbitrarily running a sander over it, you're cutting it flat.
These wheels are really the key. There's a lot of weight to this thing, and it balances really well, so it'll eat. But what I found is that you've got the torque of the machine because of and it's really powerful. And it's these wheels, you can feel them. They literally tell you exactly, because they're solid metal. There's no rubber or no give on any of this machine. You feel it. And so there's two things you'll feel. You'll feel the wheels when they're grabbing something that still has a little bit of a ridge to it. And you'll also feel two different speeds from when this is floating smooth over the surface or when it's grabbing something to actually level out. Like here's a level spot. Here's a spot that's a little high. Let me see if we can make it work. So it's basically a very powerful orbital sander, but now you can hear it. It's actually eating a little bit there, so that's actually leveling that out. If I go over with the wheels, I can't feel the wheels, so that tells me that I'm nice and flat in this area. Whereas if you go around, that's not bad. So everything here is pretty flat. There's a little bit of a gap there. You can feel a little bit of a ridge here. The wheels are picking that up, so then I know I can go this way. So usually I try to eat into it parallel to the plane. And then you can go in and find the machine that's moving. So you're using the orbital, letting it kind of do its thing. Because then it fights you otherwise if you don't find the right direction. It's finding the direction that it wants to go to be the most efficient. So the nice thing about this too, because this comes in, is we can get up and under where the other things can't. So this allows us to get up underneath here. Pay attention to the wheels and just keep on grinding, and that's it.
Hopefully you guys were able to hear what he was saying right there. It's an on-your-knees job. It is an on-your-knees job. But you look, this thing, it's cut. Now, perfect. You can see smooth. So we have a little bit of, it's probably just that, but you see where the swirl marks are? Now we're just going to take our little hand sander, get rid of that. So hopefully Jay's got a couple more hours in him today.
As long as you got that big tub of Advil, I'm good. So, and my
I got you the 148 bottles too.
It's a lot of Advil.
It does look good, Jay.
We're on the floor.
Okay, guys, so we've actually got everything cut with our drum sander and the crazy orbital sander that Jay showed you. And then I told you what we do is we get, this is a giant orbital sander. Boom, takes a big pad here. So there's actually different grits you put on here. This is actually very simple to use other than it being a little loud. And what we're going to do is we're actually just going to run a sand over the top. What that probably will do will take out some of the chatter. Any of the, if you had a little issues with your machine and there's chatter, it'll take it out. If there's any other scrapes, it's just going to flatten everything out like you ran an orbital sander over it. So real quick, we only make 2 passes. This thing is actually really easy to use. You can get right into the corners. So you can actually see right there, just taking off a very small dusting of what we have. Now your floor will be perfectly smooth. Now I know we have our chatter marks still into it, but your actual grade here, you could roller skate over this stuff. So
Put some roller skates on, Dan.
it is. So the only other thing that we might do is we'll go around here at the end and then just check maybe the corners here, use a small orbital sander, clean it up. Then we're gonna have to vacuum it 100 times because we're getting ready to polyurethane it right now. So I'm gonna make my passes. I do one way this way. The last pass I'll go with the grain. Floor's done, ready to poly.
The poly's gonna look good.
Poly's gonna look good, Jay.
Let's give a little
Did the
teaser.
cabinets yesterday.
Little teaser. There we go. Looks good. Beautiful.
Let's get to cleaning, Jay.
Let's get to cleaning. So let's go. Look at this floor.
Look at this, guys. That's it. We're ready to polyurethane. Jason and I have actually spent the last couple hours cleaning because it's very, very important to get all the dust. We vacuumed, we've blown. I've even protected all our wood here on the side because we don't want to ruin our wood with other polyurethane here. So that's what the floor is going to look like right before you're going to put your polyurethane on. We're not doing a high gloss polyurethane. We're going to do a satin because one, I live in the woods. I know it shows less dirt. and it'll be easier on my wife. So that's what we're gonna do. This isn't gonna be a super high gloss. It's gonna be a satin finish, but really, all you do, I just give a little pour. Okay, we're putting down some poly, buddy.
Here we go.
Here we go. So really, you gotta just get your edge going first. And you really make sure you get enough material in there. And this stuff is gonna soak in. So I'm really just gonna edge in this direction. You see, it's simple. I've got nothing but a regular cheap roller from Lowe's or Home Depot, but it definitely needs to be synthetic. That's the key. But you see, putting that on, we've got the edge all together here. All you got to do is just level out your stuff. Keep moving. That's it.
It's already looking fantastic.
It already does look fantastic. Now we're gonna go in the other direction, Jay.
Okay.
So now that we got our edge, I'm just gonna give us another pretty good ample amount. Boom, and we're gonna work this in sections right now.
I guess I better get ready to get in here and help
You
out.
are gonna have to get going, baby.
Boy, it looks nice though.
It does look nice.
Oh, wow.
You see that soaking in there? This is gonna put a slight amber on it. It is clear. These roll marks that you got going on, it's all gonna lay down. You just have to connect your laps with everything when it's wet. Don't let it dry. Just keep moving. This is a non-stop deal here. So there we go. One smooth coat over the first. This is actually the funnest part of doing your homemade hickory flooring.
I'm not gonna lie, I was a little scared.
I know, Jay.
Now I'm
This
excited.
is it. You didn't want to have to sand again.
That is absolutely true. I'm excited now. I'm gonna get in on it.
You're going to get in on it, buddy. All right, guys, just keep going. That's it. Dump and run. Boom.
Looks great.
It looks great, Jay.
Man, all right.
I'm going to dump you some in here, my friend.
Which way am I going?
You're in the closet.
I
Connect
got
us in the closet. Get in that closet. I'm going to finish the edge. So you can see we're using material that's going down in there. It's actually kind of fun, Jay.
Not bad at all. This is gonna go pretty quickly.
For two timber framers. Make a connection, everything's wet. Keep rolling. You can tell it's matching when you see the one that it's almost like got a little dark when you go over it. Right
Oh,
here.
it can. I didn't think it was gonna layer up like that right off. So this is fantastic, guys. Look at this. So here's a good example. So this stuff is gonna lay down a little bit and then let it sit for a couple hours, level out a little bit, dry up, and we'll be hitting it with another coat. But not bad.
Not bad.
Not bad at all. And I like the satin. It's going to settle down too. So the satin will settle down.
It is going to settle down.
I can't even believe this.
I
I know it's
can't
supposed to be a little humble, but I mean, I feel really proud of us. That's for sure. This is
Wow, wow, wow. The floor came out awesome. I actually had such a hard time sleeping last night, wondering what this was, but Jay and I put the second coat on right before dark last night. And my God, look at this floor. It is perfect, perfect.
just amazing.
It's amazing, guys. I'm almost speechless here on my own video, but look, we've got our old sawmill blades. We've got our marks that we did want to go through there. There's a few more back in here and over there. But you can see how easy that was. And this looks, I would have no problem charging money for this, guys.
How much is it going to cost me, Dan? How much?
I'm giving it to my wife for free. Holy smoke. So we've actually taken you through the process of actually cutting the tree, milling the tree, putting the tree into our solar kiln, bringing it into our shop, milling it, installing it, sanding it, now polyurethaning it. Now I have no idea how many times I have seen this board or this board, but I know I've touched it probably close to 100 times now. So guys, you can see with a little hard work, this is gonna last my family forever. And I'm extremely proud of what we did here. And it's gonna blend together with this carriage house theme that we have going on, Jay.
I really like the satin too, Dan.
The satin was the choice. I almost had high gloss, and I just said, no, we're going to do satin. This is perfect. You can see, this not stick, it's smooth. It's a baby's body.
Love that floor, Dan.
I know. We're gonna have to shut the video off now so that I can really love on this floor, guys.
Getting teary-eyed.
Okay, guys, thanks for watching. We're gonna go finish our tubs of Advil and take the day off.
Beautiful stuff. Thanks, everybody.